Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So The Flash officially premiered the season 2 suit. It has the white logo, like the classic comic suit. They were showing it off at Comic-Con, but now they made it official. Like, this is the suit that Grant Gustin will be wearing this year. The real question we need to ask now is if they had not seen that future newspaper with the white logo, would Cisco and Barry have upgraded the suit this way? That gets into predestination, time loops, all kinds of awesome stuff that you normally just see on Doctor Who. And what about the suit that Barry saw when he went back in time to save his mother? Like the alternate version of Barry that told him, no, don't save your mother. He had the white logo. Was that from the future, or was that from an alternate timeline? All good questions, but this is the way I'm thinking about it. The Barry that told our Barry to not save his mother, the one with the white logo in the finale, is from a timeline that predates season 1 of the show. In that timeline, Star Labs wasn't created for like another 5 years, so the Flash didn't become the Flash till much later. Professor Zoom came back in time and said he needed those things to happen faster, so he sped up Star Labs, sped up the particle accelerator, so Barry became the Flash much, much quicker. That Barry is the one that we were watching all of season 1. So what happened to that other Barry that predated season 1 of the show? He probably vanished into the ether the same way Professor Zoom vanished whenever Eddie killed himself. How does that explain the suit that they saw on the Gideon computer? Because in the future, he still had the white logo. Until they give us some more information, the way I'm thinking about that is that Barry was always destined to have the white logo, no matter when he became the Flash. So no matter where he started, no matter what the first version of the suit looked like, it would have always ended up looking like this. That kind of makes you think about the Reverse Flash when he said that, whenever you try to change history to avoid something bad, time always finds a way to replace it with something that's just as bad. But on the other side of that, it can be a good thing too. And I look at the white logo as a good thing. So they didn't say which episode this is going to debut in, presumably after he comes out of that giant black hole in the sky. Like, presumably that's going to destroy the final suit. Because remember, he already trashed the spare suit. So, like, the suit that he's wearing in the finale is the last one that they have. So they'll have to make a new one. And what about Jay Garrick and Wally West? And what about that mysterious teaser we saw with the blue-looking Flash? And actually, based on some of the things that the people behind the show have said, I'm choosing to think of it as like the future blue Flash from the comics. There was a little bit of question as to like whether or not it was supposed to be Black Flash, whether or not it was a speed mirage, like what was it? So this is the way I'm thinking about it this year. In season 1, we had the Reverse Flash with the red lightning in the yellow suit. We had Barry with the red suit and the yellow lightning. So when they ran at each other, you could kind of tell a little bit of a difference. But imagine someone who doesn't understand who the Flash is. What would you do to make it really easy to distinguish who is bad and who is good when they're moving at super speed? Well, you just make them different colors, and it's really easy to judge blue against yellow. So in the New 52 comics, there's a future version of the Flash that has a blue-looking suit. It looks like this. I think they're using that as inspiration for Zoom this year, just to distinguish him from the yellow suit Reverse Flash of season 1. Speaking of which, they haven't revealed who Zoom is going to be, who the big villain's going to be, but I think it's going to end up being Tom Cavanaugh again, because they said that his version of Harrison Wells will probably come from Earth 2. In the promo, Jay Garrick said, "Your world is in danger." He's probably talking about Zoom, so Zoom will probably come from Earth 2, and it'll probably be the alternate version of Harrison Wells. Just for fun though, here's a quick rundown of all the different versions of the Flash suit in the comics. When you open it up to the multiverse, there are like 29 different versions of the Flash, so I'm just going to simplify this and just do it like, core Flash members. We start out with Jay Garrick in his Golden Age costume, transitioning to Barry Allen in the Silver Age. The costume on the show right now takes most of its cues from that, like without the nose piece. Wally West became the Flash, slightly altered version of the Barry Allen costume with the nose covering. Back to Barry Allen in Rebirth, who just wore a shinier version of his Silver Age costume. For a brief period, Bart Allen took over as the Flash in the comics and wore a version of Barry's costume. And then in the New 52 universe, the biggest change they made was to Jay Garrick. Like, they re-envisioned the character as a younger version, and he wore like a dramatically different costume, which I'm not a fan of. There are many, many versions of the characters from the multiverse and other members of the Flash family. There are female speedsters, but those are just the core members of the Flash family, the people that became Flash proper. Typically, members of the Flash family give themselves different names. Like, when Wally West is not the Flash, he's Kid Flash. I got really excited when they confirmed Patty Spivot was coming on the show. They did that at Comic-Con because she was a female speedster for a little while. She basically stole Hot Pursuit's gear and used that. Like, she rode this Flash motorcycle. It would be so awesome if she did the Bad News Bears thing, where she rode into town on a motorcycle in season 2. Like, that's how she entered the frame. We know they're doing multiverse, but I don't think they're gonna do Speedster Patty Spivot. I think she'll just be regular Patty Spivot for most of the season. One thing at a time. I'm hoping they don't do that thing where they bring them on for a single season. Like, Melise Zhao played Linda Park. She was really only in a couple episodes. Hopefully she'll be back, but they've got so many new characters they're bringing on that I'm not gonna hold my breath. Patty Spivot is really just like the most exciting new female character they're bringing. She's supposed to have a lot of chemistry with Barry. They were girlfriend-boyfriend in the New 52 universe, but I don't think they're going to make it quite that literal on the show. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch Bad News Bears and watch for the girl that rides in on the dirt bike. I'm hoping that's going to be her dynamic with the rest of the cast. She's just like the ringer cop that rides into town on a motorcycle and just freaks everyone out a little bit and excites them at the same time. Let me know though, what do you think about the new Flash costume? Are you excited that they're getting closer to the comics? They made the suit a little bit more red too, if you can't tell. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell from this promo image, but once you see it on screen, like in the first trailer, it'll make sense. I'm actually really curious to see what kind of footage they show off in that first trailer. It might just be a trailer for the premiere, just because there's so many things that they haven't done yet. It's not like Game of Thrones where they have all the episodes shot by the time they shoot the trailer, so they have footage from like the final episode in it. Speaking of which, I'm hoping that they drop the trailers for The Flash and Arrow, like the proper trailers, whenever Vixen premieres. That's August 25th. That's on a Tuesday. That's the same day The Flash airs on. It just makes sense that they would try to promote the Vixen premiere with new footage from The Flash and Arrow if all three shows are going to cross over. And congratulations to my Comic-Con giveaway winners, Chocobo Kid and Peroner. You guys both win $20 Amazon gift cards. Just be sure to message me on the back end of my channel so I can get your contact info. In related news, I haven't done a Gotham video in a little while, so what I'm going to do after I do my Game of Thrones Q&A tonight is I'm going to do a Gotham Season 2 video, because they did announce like a couple really cool things they're doing on the show. Mr. Freeze is probably the thing that I'm most excited about. That and Crazy Barbara, they're pushing her in like the Harley Quinn direction. She's not going to be Harley Quinn, but she's going to be legit insane. So while you guys wait for all that stuff to post, you can click here to learn all about the new Arrow suit, the Arrow Season 4 stuff that they did at Comic-Con. And you can click here to learn all about why people are getting really crazy about Game of Thrones Season 6 and the Tower of Joy. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.